Hello there, and welcome back to Congo. So last time we fought Algiers, we fought Tripoli, vassalized both of them, and I kind of got my ass handed to me by the Ottoman-French alliance, and the whole Roman Empire decided to that, well, we don't want to be part of your war. So that kind of sucked, but not really that much I could do with that. So what I'm going to do today is probably just allow my armies to, well, regenerate and get their, power back, more or less. And then we'll go after Spain. That is the goal. We'll probably also, to some extent, do some create some trouble for Spain. That is the goal, taking some of their colonies. So it should be interesting to see if we can actually pull something like that off. I'm pretty sure we will be able to. We'll simply have to wait and see. And for now, I'll just, as I said, split up the armies, get them all ready for another fight. We'll see how it all ends up. So, we're ready here with the mercenary army here. We'll use that to attack Funch. I'm a little bit unsure if I'll actually just conquer these guys or if I'll vassalize them. I think I might actually just go for straight out conquest and, annex them that way. I'm a little bit unsure, to be perfectly honest, but I think that is probably the best way to solve the problem, so to speak. But as you can see, the war is over. They always destroy their armies. All that remains is just sieges, and that shouldn't actually be a problem. I believe these guys are actually still sub-Saharan, so yeah, they're still sub-Saharan. No, they'll actually become Western, so I might actually be able to vassalize them. We'll have to consider what we do here. The Mamluks are getting closer to annexation too, which is kind of good. They have I can use their forces to basically supply my manpower or supplement, depending on how you want to look at it, but it should be helpful at the very least. We are missing a ton of troops though. We have 47,000 missing. We'll gain about, 8,000 a year. So as I said, it might actually have to be a decade where we just get our manpower back before we find Spain. It all depends on what Spain decides to do with these troops, because right now, Spain is at war with the Ottomans. And potentially that could be good for us. The only problem with this is that it's the Russians who are attacking them. And I'm pretty sure that Russia will actually crush the Ottomans, which is, well, not the best. And also allow them to get a border even closer to us, and potentially even more, navy potential in the area, which is also not good. When it comes to, the navy, if I have to wait a decade, which is most likely, we'll go ahead here and take the ground navy idea, just to not waste too much diplomatic power and other things. And also, another reason why I don't really want to vassalize Funch is because we have the diplomatic relations -2 modifier already, and we kind of need diplomatic points to, get a stronger navy, but we'll see. It'll probably sort itself out, but we did get Grand Navy here. Naval Force Limits modifier plus 50%, which now is bringing my Naval Force Limits to 120, which is a little bit helpful. I should probably also considering building some navy buildings here, up to shipyards, and of course some naval arsenals, naval bases, since they'll give me some extra force limits that could be useful against Great Britain. We'll simply have to wait and see, but for now we'll just allow the manpower to replenish. We'll probably see if we can get ourselves in a good position to declare war on Spain, hopefully try and get both Great Britain but also the whole Roman Empire into it. I'll at least wait for the time being. They're allied with, as you can know, both Russia and Portugal, and both of them are going to be one hell of an annoyance to deal with, especially Russia. I'm pretty sure Russia will actually become war leader, and they'll just call in Hungary, but it's not really anything to worry about. As I said, we'll basically have to wait and see if we get an army that can actually rival the 70,000 men they have standing here. We'll have to wait and see. I think we're just going to vassalize Funch. I actually can do that, so it wouldn't make too much sense to do a full annexation here. Overextension at 53%. It's not much, but I think we'll rather just go ahead here and go for that vassalization. It works better for me, I dare say. And we'll be trying to get Funch and Tripoli annexed ASAP, more or less. So it shouldn't actually be too much of a problem on if you consider that fact as well. We are still making quite a bit of money though, so we won't have any problems with that, hopefully. But once again, we'll have to wait and see here. I'll also be rebuilding my army once it's actually back to full manpower, which once again will take quite a while. We'll simply have to wait here. But as you can see, the Holy Roman Empire has apparently invaded Hungary, so I think they're actually at war with Russia right now. No, they're at war with everyone, but though they're also at war with Portugal, which is kind of an interesting fact here. I would really like to attack Spain now if I could, but I don't really I can't really count on that with my current manpower predicament. And also the troop setups, and also the fact that Spain has 70,000 men in my southern region here does not make things very good. Let's take a quick look here on armies to, well, see how things really are. As you can see, Spain is actually suffering manpower deficit right now, but they do have a total of 225,000 men. I, however, have probably very, very little right now. Let's see here. There I am. 97,000, no manpower, so yeah, kind of in a troublesome situation here. I could potentially try and use mercenaries. I think I can afford that, but it wouldn't be for the best. Let's see here. I have a Regency Council, 330. Well, that's not the best, but the Regency Council won't last forever, which is a good thing. And we have 3 pretenders here that we need to deal with. They are just so few that I'm just going to hire some mercenaries to deal with them. It's the easy solution, really. And we'll just bring that up to 0. So, I'll kill off these guys, and then we'll see how we stand afterward. And hopefully here we can attack Spain soon. We can take the next level, admin tech here, level 22, the Constitution. With that we can now take another group of ideas, and we can now have a constitutional monarchy. I'm a little bit unsure what I actually want to do here. We do have the military ideas, or military here. Artillery fire +2 will be very good. But I think what we'll actually go for is defensive ideas. It will help our military a lot. We'll get a +1 to leadership. We'll also get national manpower modifier +25%. That one will be very useful. So I think we're just going to invest in offensive ideas right now. And leadership +1. The reason why I didn't actually take anything else is that it doesn't really benefit me. I know I'm free over my diplomatic relations, but that doesn't really matter. Let's just be perfectly honest. Once I got Tripoli and Funj annexed and the Mamluks too, I won't have any more vassals. Let's just be perfectly honest. I have all the vassals that I will have. Potentially I will have Mali too, but that's really it. So I don't really need any more diplomatic relations. I don't really need any more, well, reputation, anything like that. I could have taken trade for money, but we kind of need to use our diplomatic power on, well, the 3 deckers, but also the naval ideas, so it wouldn't make any sense to actually put any more strain on that. We are mostly ahead in military, so taking that was probably my best choice. And when you take the groups against each other, I would say offensive is the best. I could, of course, have gone something down this line, but innovative doesn't really help that much this late in the game. If I'd taken it earlier, it might have been useful, but not right now. Espionage, once again, not really that useful. Economic, could have boosted my economy even more. But let's face it, I have a very strong economy. I don't need anything that actually helps my economy, like trade or, well, any other idea for that matter. And apparently the Ottomans are getting trashed, which is good. I want that war to last a long time because, well, Spain will end up without any manpower, and they still have their army here, but it's still suffering. So that is good news. Let's see how we're doing in terms of. He's 14 years old, so it's getting closer. Potentially, as I said, I could try to aim at taking Britain through a claim war, but that's really, that's not something I can count on, unfortunately. So we'll not be aiming at, we'll not be trying to do something like that. But we'll be waiting here, trying to get architectural development. There's no reason for reform. Well, I'll take those 100 points for 500 gold, no problem. But as I said, we'll wait for the Mamluks to be annexed, and we'll continue our process of reinforcing our manpower. So, the Mamluks have here been integrated, which is good. With that, I now get a, well, slight army, I guess I should call it. We have some tripbacks here, transport fleet, not really useful. Here we have same setup, once again, not really useful. There are some heavy frigates here. I think I'll just build them myself once I actually have a use for them. Right now, we don't really, so I'll just disband these smaller fleets. I will probably have a use this army to, well, supplement this one who actually suffered some losses. And we'll have to see here. I might actually just, well, squeeze some of the army. Let's say I squeeze 5 regiments together, and then just join 4 of these to these. Basically, I'll be using this as a supplement in order to, how should I put this? I'll be using it to reinforce an army so I don't have to wait too long to get back to full manpower. I have the troops that I need, I don't really need much else. So that's basically my reasoning here. If it's understandable, so to speak. But we'll make it work. We'll see how it ends up. Garcia, the 3rd Diavis will now rule a glorious nation. He's a 244. And we have a 1-for-1 as an heir, so I don't really want him to be the heir. So in 5 years' time, he'll become a general. I'll keep Garcia as well, a regular trooper. I won't be using him as a general, since I don't really want him to, well, end up in trouble per se. So we'll be a little bit careful with that. We'll really not be using him as a general, but it should be fine. My manpower got a little bit of boost here, about 80 more people. So we are getting closer to our goals here. And I can now also keep on improving relations with Funge. So I can annex both of these, well, hopefully very soon. We'll see how it plays out. We're taking the offensive idea military conscripts here, which gives a boost in national manpower. As you can already see here, we now gain 1,026 each month, which is, well, a pretty significant boost to their say. We'll now be able to, well, almost replenish all our armies, and I'm pretty sure we will very soon here end up declaring a war on the Spaniards. We also got our last colony completed here, so I'm pretty sure I don't really have anything that I can now use my colonists for, which is a little bit, well, unfortunate. I'm also moving about 8,000 troops down here, a 20,000 regiment down here, so basically we'll have 4 of them on this side, we'll have 1 on this side, and then we'll have two regiments in North Africa to take, well, the 4 provinces that are here, but also trying to keep everything else, or everyone else, out to some degree. I guess that is, well, basically what I'm trying to do here. We'll also be trying to, once again, getting the 3-deckers. I have a little bit of a feeling that it might be a little bit troublesome to get them, but we'll make something work. I'm also pretty sure that I'll move my mercenary regiment down to the area here once we actually end up, well, getting close to declaring war. I might actually go ahead also and build another, well, 20k regiment or mercenary regiment, just to be sure that we actually win the battle. And of course, I can afford it, so it's not like it's a horrible waste of money. It's a little bit of a waste of money, but I have so much of it that it doesn't actually matter how I spend it at this point. But we'll keep on improving relations with Tripoli and Funge, and hopefully we'll get them annexed rather, well, very soon. It seems like Russia took a couple of Crimean provinces, but that was really it. But at the very least now, the Ottomans are being pushed a little bit to the east, which is kind of weird, to be perfectly honest, but I guess it's fine. The Spanish are already at war with Britain, which is a little bit surprising, and apparently the British Navy has already been, or almost been defeated, so I have a feeling that I'll just have to hide my navy once I actually fight Spain, but they don't really have any islands that I want, so that is perfectly fine. The only problem that I can see here is that potentially that Russia will send troops towards me. I'm pretty sure that the Ottomans won't give them any access. They'll probably just be able to land by ship, and I'm pretty sure that the Russian navy isn't that great. But once again, this right here is worrisome. They are, well, Portugal is actually conquering Ming here, which is even worse. Portuguese conquest of Ming, so yeah, it could be interesting. Daviet has, however, done very well for himself, which is a little bit surprising. Same with Orissa, but having Russia here, and not to mention Portugal, and now having Portugal attack Ming, is kind of, as I said, worrisome, but also potentially good for us, because that means that I can potentially pull the hood over their eyes here and get Portugal without too much fuzz. If I were to declare Spain, how would that go? Great Britain likely, or they are actually already at war with them. Where is Bracknell? Isn't that yeah, it's here, so that should be a problem. I think I'm just going to build, like I said, the mercenary army here, and then we're actually going to go for that war against the Spaniards. We'll see how it plays out. So, the Spaniards have actually gotten some of their troops out of the area. They only have 54,000 men here now. We'll wait until the January comes before we declare war. And that is just to get our morale back up to the highest point. As you can see, we are actually making quite a deficit right now. But it's perfectly fine. I will not be sacrificing my navies here. So we're just going to hide them for this war. Which of course will bring my deficit to even higher. Or it'll make it even bigger. Which is a little bit troublesome. But I think it should be fine here. If we go for take Bracknell rather than a regular war, I think it will be fine. Unfortunately, I can't actually get Britain into this war, but they already are, so I think it's perfectly fine. Britain is starting to become weak, so having them join the war on my side could potentially be very, very troublesome. Russia has 280,000 troops. I'm almost certain that I won't see too many of those. Spain has 195. That is going to be my main trouble here, especially since I can't have naval supremacy. But they are at war with at least Britain. They probably have some troops over in the west, and they're out of manpower too. So if I destroy their 50,000 man army right here, right now, then I'm pretty sure we will be winning this war. So we'll go ahead here, declare war, take Bracknell, the province right here, and hopefully the rolling war score here will give me everything that I need. It's kind of bad that the Holy Roman Empire and everyone else decided that no, we don't want to join your shenanigans, but nothing I can do with that right now. We'll simply have to try and see if I can pull something off here. There's a 50,000 Spanish army here, which will most likely be one hell of a problem to deal with. But I'm pretty sure we will be defeating this 50,000 Spanish army. And once we do, we are definitely in the driver's seat. Once I actually get some sieges done here, I can join up my armies for fighting purpose again. We'll also be doing a lot better. But we'll take the war next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye.